Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Aloha. Thanks for joining us on Good Day of Australia. For you guys, it's 10 April 2021. We're a day behind you, as you know. April, how are we in April already? How did that happen? This year's going way, way crazy fast. If you're watching, please say hello in the comments so that we know who's watching us and we can say hi back to you guys. As always, Amanda's here with me. Amanda, say hi.
Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me, and I hope everyone's doing well.
Yeah, Amanda's weird. She's remote. She's remote, but she's even farther remote than usual. Things have changed, but you know how we roll with it here. So that's our motto here. So I hear that it's finally happening for you all. We've been talking about it for weeks now, I think. But now there's a date, Amanda. For them, it's April 19th. Their Trans Tasman bubble will be officially open for all of Australia and New Zealand. It's been a little weird. A few places in Australia could go to New Zealand. New Zealanders could go to Australia, no quarantine. Some of the states, though, as you guys know, we're not allowed yet, but apparently April 19th is the day for you guys to open that up for everybody. So just in time for some snow holidays, hopefully for you Aussies down in New Zealand, and then some tropical beach holidays for the Kiwis. Apparently, Queensland is one of your favorite destinations when you go to Australia, which I don't blame you. That would be a pretty good place to hang out too. So hopefully the past few suppliers that we've spotlighted the past few weeks, like Scenic, Trafalgar, Anscro, have given you some travel options for the domestic travel and now the New Zealand travel that looks like it's going to be opening up. So you can start booking those now, getting your clients psyched about that travel bubble opening. And then as things progress, there has been talk that I've heard from listening to your news down there that other countries wanted to be added to this travel bubble. And then you guys are also interested in adding other countries also. The country that I keep hearing about is Singapore. That's why we kind of touched upon it when we were talking about Trafalgar a couple weeks ago. And then because they've been another one of those countries like you guys who've been able to kind of keep the COVID numbers very, very down. And then I just heard recently, I guess your prime minister was asked the question, where else is going to open up soon. He didn't really say for sure because he didn't want to, get expectations up too much. But other countries that I've heard about mentioned were Vietnam, Thailand, Fiji, Indonesia, Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea. So it looks like, the Asian countries that have been able to kind of keep their COVID numbers down are also looking to get into this little travel bubble with Australia and New Zealand. So things are looking up for you guys for more international travel, at least to Asia and the Pacific. Hopefully this year, that would be good. And then, Amanda, let's go to slide 2 if you could. And then if you guys have seen Amanda's posts, or if you've watched some of the other trainings from Jose and Susie and Violet, if you speak Spanish, this week's theme was easy money selling all-inclusive resorts. And the easy is easy all-inclusive sales to your clients. The theme was a great way, I thought, to introduce some all-inclusive holidays, holiday options from the countries that hopefully will be open to you guys in the near future. So first, I have a question. Who has actually done an all-inclusive holiday before? Whether it be there in Asia or maybe you've gone to like Mexico or the Caribbean. Here in the US, Mexico and the Caribbean are basically the only ones that have all-inclusive resorts for around us that are near us. it's weird because I'm more of an FIT traveler where I kind of like to go someplace without really any, I just get a hotel and I like to kind of explore the city, kind of do my own thing. The only time that I like to stay in all inclusive is when I go to Mexico. Head down to Mexico with a bunch of friends, stay there, be at the pool, and then just order drinks. That sounds good, right, Amanda?
That sounds like a great time.
Amanda's in on it. So, okay, let's go to slide 3. And the all-inclusive that I wanted to speak to you guys about is Club Med. The reason why I'm doing that, Club Med, is because Club Med has resorts and all-inclusive properties that are in your area. They actually have them in Asia. Didn't really want to talk about Mexico or the Caribbean since it's kind of off limits right now for you guys. So figured, this is your all-inclusive option right now, Club Med. So about Club Med, it started in the 1950s by a Belgian entrepreneur named Gerald Blitz. Really cool last name. And then originally Club Meds were very, very simple. Think about no electricity, straw huts on a beachfront somewhere, and with communal washrooms. If you had told me that, I would have passed at that point. I like the cool beach, unlit beach thing hut on a beach somewhere, but communal bathrooms, that's not kind of my thing. So thankfully, they've evolved to become what we know now as Club Med, the all-inclusive resorts. In the 80s, Club Med holidays were very, very popular. It was seen as very kind of elite, high-end travel. I remember thinking friends that would, whose families would go to Club Med resorts. I'm like, ooh, that's bougie. They were going to some cool high-end place. In the 90s, however, Club Med's fortunes started to decline as competitors started to copy what Club Med was doing. And then it also added little twists here and there. For example, Hard Rock and the Riu Palace, if you've heard of those, they're in Mexico and the Caribbean. They started to do the all-inclusives, but adding kind of a party atmosphere to it, foam parties, dance parties at night. And then there was others that focused on the romance all-inclusives, kind of like Sandals and Breathless, in the Bahamas and the Caribbean. And then there's the high-end, elegant all-inclusives that are done by the LeBlanc resorts. Hopefully you've heard of some of these. If not, just Google them. You'll see the different styles that they do. So I'm more of a, as I said, FIT traveler. I'd rather just do my own thing, but there's something to be said about going someplace. You don't really have to think about it. You really just go on vacation to really kind of what it says in the picture there for Club Med, where it says eat, play, renew. And then you don't really have to worry about, all you really have to worry about is do I take my drink and float in the ocean or float in the pool? So that's what Club Med's about. So just as an introduction, let's watch a video, if you could play that for them, Amanda, of Club Med. And this one is in Bali, I believe. All right. So actually, correction. That was not Bali. That was the Maldives. It was either that video or the Bali one. I got confused. But the reason why I had actually sent Amanda the Maldives one is because apparently the Maldives has been open since last year, July. Um, if you could actually get there, you could actually stay in a Club Med in the Maldives, which was news to me because had not known that the Maldives has been open since July 2020. Of course, there's protocols that are on the property and at the airports and coming into the country, but they've been pretty much open. And if you could get there, I imagine like with COVID going on, people, from different countries couldn't actually get there. I imagine the people that were able to get there probably had the whole resort, like that couple just by themselves, pretty much. That would have been pretty awesome. So another question that I have for you guys is who's actually stayed in a Club Med resort or property? I think Amanda, you haven't, right? I haven't either. So
I have not. I've always wanted to though, but
yeah,
my mom has.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird because so many, there's so many other properties and that have done kind of copied Club Med that I've never really thought of Club Med as one of my options. So, all right. So first of all, let's go to the Travel Cafe and show everybody how to register for Club Med. Again, in your Australia specific suppliers tab, probably all know where that is now. Click on the suppliers, and because it should be in alphabetical order, I think, Amanda, it should be on the first page somewhere. And then we'll click on that. And you register directly with Club Med. There is a couple of portals there for you guys. So for the Australian agents, there's one for you there. For the New Zealand agents, there's one for you there. And then make sure you read what Amanda has put there. That's all the information that you'll need to input once you verify your email. And then you will be able to be registered for Club Med. And then we'll go to the actual site. And I'll go through a few of the things. Amanda, I'm going to go ahead and take control of the clicker. Is that cool?
That's right.
All right, cool. So this is the Australia site, as you can see. Make sure when you log in, you see the little Australia flag up there. Just really quick. Ooh, where's my clicker? Hold on a sec, guys. Let me move the clicker onto this. Much better. Okay. So the menu board on the top, that's where you can find special offers. If you want to do some research, maybe do some marketing, look at what they have to offer at the moment, and then you can let your clients know. Or, if you have a social media page, you can put those on there. And then I'll show you where to get some marketing and sales tools in a little bit. That's part of where we're going to be headed to again. Then I wanted to show you this. So this is where all their resorts are. I wanted to make sure to point out to you guys, look at the Asia ones. Indonesia for sure, because it's Bali's already open. I think, I could be wrong. It's not part of your bubble yet, but I think they're taking visitors. Japan is not yet. Thailand is in the talks with you guys. Malaysia not yet, and China not yet. Then the Indian Ocean has the Maldives, Mauritius, the Seychelles. As we've talked about just before, Maldives has been open since last year. If you can somehow get there, you'll probably have run of the resort because nobody's there yet. Then also make sure you look at Europe. France, Greece, Italy, Portugal, Spain, Switzerland, and Turkey. The thing that I wanted to make sure you guys knew about too for future travel is I always think of resorts or all-inclusive resorts as like beach and sun. But look, there's actually in Switzerland, there is a resort in San Moritz for ski holidays. I totally like that's not something that I even think of when I think about all-inclusive resorts. That's just it kind of blew my mind when I thought about that. And then they also have North America and the Caribbean, South America, and some African ones too. Okay. And then under the marketing tab, marketing and sales tools, what I wanted to point out to you is you can get brochures there. You can do Facebook tiles they have there that you can download if you have your social, if your business is on Facebook. I know some of you do have your evolution business on Facebook. You can find Facebook tiles on there, images and logos. And then what I wanted to point out to make sure you guys saw is that they have webinars for all of their resorts so that you can learn about them if you're trying to market a specific one. Say, you want to market the Maldives since it's very close to you guys, or even once Bali opens up, maybe do Bali. There's webinars in there for each of the resorts so that you can learn about it and then you'll be able to speak to your client about them. Okay. I'm going to skip rewards and benefits for right now. There's CLUBMED, about CLUBMED. This is really good information. What I wanted to point out to you is this what's included. So at CLUBMED, all-inclusive means all-inclusive. So this is basically the price, what's included in the price that you're paying. You have accommodation, all-day dining, premium open bar, sports and activities, kids club from 4 to 17 years old. So you can holiday with your children there. There's live entertainment, free Wi-Fi, travel insurance. They have gym access, access to pools and beaches. So, I mean, everything is already taken care for. And the fact that you can also go there and you can have some time away. Your kids can do their thing, at the little kids clubs while you guys kind of relax and unwind. That's also really great too for those of you that have clients with children. So I wanted to make sure to show you guys that. Okay. There's contact information for them if you need to. And then obviously the booking platform is there if you want to book with them. And let me show you this rewards and benefits. So I wanted to point out something specifically for Australian agents there, what I saw. So here's this reduced rate travel. So let's click on that. When I saw this, I spoke about this when I was there in Australia, and we did a little bit of a training on this, but this is a little bit more in depth. So CLUBMED offers rates of 50% off for travel agents. So, I mean, how better else to start your travel? We've all been cooped up for, a year or more. This would be great, once things start opening for you guys to go on an all-inclusive and then get 50% off for travel agents. So that's all the information. There's things that you have to do to actually get this. So make sure you read the general conditions. There's an email there where you have to request this from them, and there's the email for it. And then there's specific conditions. Make sure that you are those are all of those, because right here it says so applicable towards Asia resorts, Indian Ocean, Maldives, and Mauritius only. So it doesn't include, like, you wouldn't be able to use this for Switzerland or, in the Americas or the Caribbean. It only is for Asia resorts, Indian Ocean, Maldives, and Mauritius only. Okay. But I thought I'd, show you that because, it's one of the perks of being a travel agent. You have to find these little, this is a really great offer from CLUBMED, I think. So if you can in the future, make sure you take advantage of this. Okay. So I think that's it for what I have to show you on the site. Make sure you, if you're not registered already, register, and then get in here and just click on these buttons. And a lot of really great, really great information. And in the marketing and sales tools, there's a lot of really great videos that you can use for your social media and marketing too. I really liked how Anscro has really good ones too, like we talked about. ClubMed has really pretty ones too. So, all right. So I think that's it for ClubMed. Um, if you have any questions, let's go to our contact information as always. If you have any questions about, Club Med, what we've talked about today in general, there's our information as we always post for you guys. Thank you for everybody that's been emailing me. I think I've gotten back to everybody that's emailed me as of this week. I think I only have one outstanding thing, but thanks for emailing me. And even for the agent that just emailed me just to say hi, to thank me and Amanda for the chats that we have in our training. Thank you. That was really appreciated. And then if there's nothing else, Amanda, do you have anything else for them?
No, I just saw a question in the chat because it seems as we have Australia and USA agents joining us. So,
okay.
USA agents go to the suppliers tab and then the how to register. So New Mexico would be a part of the USA, so you would go to the suppliers and then how to register. But Australia agents, you know exactly where to go. We showed you.
Right, exactly. So it's a little different. Make sure you go to depending on where you live, go to the suppliers tab where you actually are, so that you don't get registered for the incorrect country site. Okay. All right.
Perfect.
And then if we want to show our last, our goodbye slide, as always. Ahui ho, and until we meet again in 2 weeks, Amanda and I are going to be gone. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye everyone.